I
As you
let my
let the
hair
hair
down.
down. Okay, guys,
Thank you so much.
we're here with Michelle
Beyond
today. She's
appreciative.
getting an astrology reading. Um, she's one of my good business partners and good friend in global kinship. Today, we're going to be diving deep into the mind of a Gemini Leo. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. I'm scared. Okay. So we're gonna finish our grounding. And if you know the global kinship family, we always love to ground and just make sure that we're here and we're at peace. So we're gonna do 4, 5, and 6. So four inhale, four in like inhale. You're gonna hold for 5, exhale for 6. All right. So you're what I was saying before was, and just be natural because I'll be doing really long form with astrology. So I try not to even feel like it's recorded because then
Yeah.
I want it to be super genuine. Um.
Don't worry, I'm
Okay.
natural. I'm just muting it so you don't hear my kids screaming in the back.
That's awesome. Okay. All right. So when you inhale, I want you to be inhaling some bad like things you want, and you're channeling your inner flame, okay? And you're focusing that fire, you're focusing that emotion, that intense drive. Because Leo is literally the heart. They represent the heart in the body of God. So Leo is literally the heartbeat, right? So it's like that's why they're the life of the party. That's why everybody wants to be around a Leo because Leo has the energy. Leo is the vibe. So
Mm.
but that can be a lot of responsibility sometimes, so you gotta
Mm.
channel that energy. So breathe in before, hold that flame. What are we channeling? What are we doing? Exhaling everything that we figured out. Okay,
Mm.
that was cool. All right, that was cool. That was cool. I like that analogy. Okay, let's do it. Let's do 3 more of those. Ready and go.
Yeah.
All right. And one more. This time I want you to hold, blow, pause for as long as you want to. Um and just breathe this breath like it's yours. This is your breath. However you want to hold your breath or exhale. This is your energy. This is your flame. Channel that. Right. So this is the next one. However you feel.
I'm very relaxed. I can go to sleep now.
Right. Perfect. 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 All right. Cool. All right, so that's our grounding. So, like I said, I'm gonna try to keep it at we're at 5:22. We can flow. I don't have anything to do till around 7. So, but I'm gonna try to do like 20, 30 minutes, so that way you can be with your kids. Like if
Perfect.
we gotta do another, we can do it later. All right, cool. So
Okay.
Mercury is next up. So Mercury is how you think. It's how you rationalize ideas.
Awesome.
It's how you is
Yeah.
how you think when you initially get something is where your mind goes. So it's also in Gemini. So that means you are a Gemini and you think like
Mm-hmm.
a Gemini. So that means mastery for you is like you want to be on point, you want to, and then you being the Leo moon, you want to be loved and accepted, you want people to know who you are, you want people to understand you, you want to be felt, you want to be loved, you want to be that girl. Honestly, like it's the energy of like I'm her. It's a subtle. I know your energy. So matter of fact, we'll go straight to Venus. So your Venus is in Cancer. So Venus is how you love, right? Into the water. So Venus is your love
Take a
nature.
sip.
Right. So Venus is your love nature. So Venus, that means just like that, you are a lover. You know, cancers are super loving, crybabies, soft. So when it comes to how you love, the way you receive love, the way you give love, you are a true nurturer. You love nurturing. Like, you got a beautiful spirit, you are a nurturer. The negative side to it, when I do these readings, it's almost like, some of the, not to disclose too much, but some of the global kinship practices where it's like sometimes you got to get hit with the bad so you can know what to change, or like that certain feedback so you can know what to do to adjust. So for Cancer and Venus though, especially with all that Gemini, if you get your heart broke, you crash out. You kind of are a crash out dummy. Sometimes when you get your heart broke or things don't necessarily go your way, you can definitely be a crybaby. And even being a Gemini, you're probably smarter.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, you're probably smarter, or at least think you're smarter than everybody. So, and it probably is true because that's Gemini energy. But it's like, okay, it's knowing how to not be a manipulator and like utilize your energies in its purest state. And the purest state is just a girl that cares and wants to be great. This is cool because I know you so well because of just the time. So this is really cool. Um, Mars is in Aquarius, so Mars is your work ethic.
Mhm.
So that's great. So that means Aquarius is the water bearers, so they're the bearers of wisdom. So that water represents wisdom and knowledge. So a lot of times Aquarius go
Mhm.
through a lot of shit, but that's just to gather water, to gather the wisdom. Hmm? To, to,
No, I'm
yeah,
listening.
yeah, to gather
Sorry,
the
I
water, to
realized I was on
gather the
mute.
wisdom, and so they can be effective teachers and they can feed and nurture people with that wisdom. So that being
Mhm.
in Mars is your work ethic. That's your drive, right? That's your fire. So you have a lot
Mhm.
of it. You have a lot of drive. You have a lot of ambition. You are a badass. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius is, we're actually in the age of Aquarius. It's also the information age. So that also means like
Mhm.
when you get angry or you get frustrated or you feel that internal fire growing, it's
Mhm.
like you have to do something with it. So the
Mhm.
Aquarius is like everybody's getting cussed the fuck out, or something's going to change, or I'm going to leave, or like something has to happen right now. Because Aquarius is not sitting in no bull. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius
Yeah.
needs to be felt, and Aquarius will be felt, or Aquarius will leave. So your energy is
Mhm.
like, whether that's a job, whether that's a career, whether that's a boyfriend, whether that's a freaking wall, is going to get moved if Aquarius feels like it's not serving its highest purpose. So
Mm.
you are a badass when you feel like something needs to change. But like I said, the good and the
Mhm.
bad is be careful not to just crash out. Know when to go
Mhm.
internal and control that flame before you make Aquarius are impulsive too. So, and Geminis and Cancers
Sounds about
and
right.
Leos. So
I'm
all your
screwed
shit
all
is hella
around.
impulsive. Yeah. So it's
There's
kind of
no
like,
calm. I see. I'm starting to hear there's no calm.
well, we're not done. We're not done. We still have
Okay.
you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart. So
Okay.
you have a
Okay.
Capricorn in the places that matter too. Hold up. I gotta pull up
Okay.
my little chart to get into, hold up. Put that way I can
Because
get
right now
my
you
little
nailing everything. Fiery. Might as well be a goddamn dragon, blowing everybody out.
Nah, yeah, honestly, definitely. That's the energy for sure. Okay.
It's a dragon.
And I know it. That's why it's so funny to me because I'm seeing it. So I see you, and like,
Yeah.
but it's like you. Like this is like literally okay. That makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. Like everything literally just
It
makes perfect
does.
sense.
It does. That's
Oh,
funny.
yeah,
I'm laughing.
it's crazy. Okay, so next we have Jupiter. Okay, so
Okay.
Jupiter, this is where you get earthy. You get some earth signs in here. So far, it's all been fire. I
Mm.
mean, it's been air and water and fire. So right now, you're just
Hmm.
like a hot bucket of water thrown in somebody's face. Just
Hot bucket mess.
hot coffee, kombucha tea, just threw in somebody's face right now.
Right? Seriously.
Or they could drink it. They better like what you made
Yes.
though, or else they're getting to get thrown in their face. Better like it.
Right.
But we're getting some
So
Earth. We're getting some Earth in there. So Jupiter is in
get
Taurus.
some grounding.
Right. Jupiter is in Taurus. So Jupiter
Okay.
is opportunity, optimism, finances, wealth, health, and justice. Um
Hmm.
so with that, that's great. So that means you need consistency. This is where you'll
Mm.
settle down, right? So this is good. This is
Hmm.
where that you can make that tea. You can turn all that hot fire and you can throw a little tea cup in it and mix it up and actually make it useful. You can
Yeah.
make a healthy
Okay.
detox or a comfortable hot
Hmm.
chocolate, you know um because now that fire, it has a form to it. It's not just a uncontrolled fire, it has a form, right? So Jupiter and Taurus, like I said, I read it out, but I've done more research on it. So basically the way you alchemize it is
Yeah.
Taurus is consistent. Taurus is the bull, right? If you see a bull, it's
Hmm.
always eating grass. It's always in a certain
Mm.
frequency. It's always moving, but it's also a motherfucker. You don't want to fuck with a bull. The bull will run you
No.
over. But they're calm and peaceful and
Hmm.
loving people. But their love, and when they
Yes.
eat the grass, they're also cleaning the earth. Because if we didn't have
Mm.
bulls or cows, the grass would just grow out of control. They actually are a
Hmm.
very important part of the ecosystem. Um, and delicious. so
True. You ain't gotta tell me twice. I ain't no vegan.
right, ain't nothing wrong with a little beef every now and then. Okay. So it's that's a great place. It also rules finance, wealth, health, and justice. So that means for you, when it comes to your
Hmm.
financial stability, with your health, you need to find good routines. So you need to have a daily planner. You should have an office space. You
Mm.
need to have low key
Yep.
a consistent partner or a consistent incubator of love, because you're a very loving and expressive person. So if you don't have somewhere or some conduit to utilize that love or place that love, it just you know what I'm saying, everybody's just getting love and hate and fucking coffee. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Everywhere.
So we have to be able to place that energy somewhere. So that's a beautiful placement for Taurus, because not only can you be consistent once you find that thing you choose to be consistent to, you can be
Mm.
you'll be very good at it too.
Mm.
Um,
I agree with
Perfect. Um,
100%.
Saturn is Capricorn, so we got some more Earth in here. So
Oh, okay.
Saturn governs ambition, business, restrictions, freedom, structure, and realism. Okay, so
Mm.
Capricorn is the goat or the sea goat. Um, if you have you ever seen a goat stand on like the side of a dam and they're like literally standing and there's no gravity? Like, have you ever
Right?
seen that? So Capricorns represent like
They'd
literal.
be defying gravity.
They define shit. They define gravity. They're true masters, and Capricorn is also the master planners. They're the master strategists. Capricorns are the people that have a 30-year plan, a 40-year plan for
Mm.
that plan when it goes bad. Like Capricorns are like the mastermind strategists.
I got the backup of the backup of the backup, is what I got.
Yeah, so they are the master
That's so true.
strategists. So I'm crying.
Shit.
So you having that in business and ambition is perfect, and structure, and even your realism, because so that means that you have a very grounded way of looking at everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take a whole lot of fucked up situations, not to go too much into your story on camera, but like, all
Mm.
the shit we've gone through, to be able to be in that
Mhm.
space and still be able to say,
Mm.
I have a plan though. I'm not going to be here
Mm.
forever. Like,
Yeah.
that's that energy of
Yep.
like, no matter how fucked up it might be or seem right now, motherfucker, I'm figuring it
Yep.
out. Like, I'm already
Yep.
100 steps ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, this is not going to be my,
100%.
this is not going to be my end. So,
Yep.
business is family. Business is, love. Business is, whatever you're doing. And you're a business owner. You have 3, 4 businesses, you know what I'm saying? So you definitely are mastering that energy of, you know, just that period, like just mastering life. Like
Mhm.
so great. You know, all the things we went through with the
When does that mastery of like calmness come ever? If ever, actually, because
for
I know
you
how I am, but
for you it probably won't. But it can exist,
mm, I believe that.
it can exist though. It can be channeled through. That's why I always use the analogy. It can be channeled through a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, because it's always going to
Mm,
be a fire
okay.
there, you know. But does that fire have to mean the house is burning down? No, not that we know what fire does when it's not contained,
Hmm.
right? So it's all
Yeah.
about finding that proper container for that fiery energy, you know.
Okay.
Because Gemini,
Understood.
we didn't talk enough about Gemini. We said a lot about Gemini, but you know, Gemini is who you are. Because Sun, so you can imagine all of these. If you have your chart up in front of you, especially if you look at the squiggly line one,
Here,
it
I'll pull it up right now.
the way this works too, just so you can, you know, understand how this is, like how where I'm
Hmm.
getting this energy from. You know, one is all
Yes.
God, it's not me. It's just this is thousands of years of research, you know, that, you know, are has been had, because all we have is the calendar time, you know, before the
Hmm.
sun. So it's kind of like the
Yeah.
stars. So this is the way the stars was aligned at the time of your birth. So when you had made your first,
Mm,
this is how the stars was aligned, and that gave you your
beautiful.
ego. You know, that gave you, you
Oh,
know, your ego, and who you know what creates Michelle. So that doesn't make you unspecial. It actually makes you very special. Um,
yeah.
so
And the one you're looking at is the transit planets, right?
I'm
Or is
looking.
it the
No, your regular planets.
Oh, okay, okay, my bad. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm there. Got
that's
it.
a whole nother thing where we can sit for hours going into. But I stick with just the planets and the houses.
Yeah.
So it says
Okay.
the house cups, but the planets and the
Understood.
houses is more than enough. Because, like I said, even
Yeah.
with everything I'm telling you, if you want to get a deeper, you know, detail of it, you can literally just look up
Hmm.
what does it mean to have a moon in Leo, and you'll get like endless,
Okay.
you know, stuff about what that means.
Okay, and it explains deeper
Hmm.
as well. Okay, okay.
Yeah, even Astro
Oh wow.
Matrix. If you go into that app, like I said, that app is awesome.
Hmm.
It'll give you, you know, even more details on, you know, everything
Okay.
that deals with that.
Okay. That's really cool.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
have to
that was dope.
explore it too after.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna keep pushing through. We almost finished with your major planets. So
Oh, okay, cool.
so normally I do these for 77 for all the planets. Uh
Mm-hmm.
so this is just for the chat. If y'all want a love donation, go ahead and drop that. For the full all your planets and houses, that's you know, it's client to client base. But you know, like 111 typically. But you know, for you, everything is love because you've given me an abundance. This is- Y'all tap in with Michelle. What's y'all restaurant name? Do y'all know what's your restaurant name?
It's called Buratino's.
Barentino's. Where y'all located?
Buratino. Utah. We are bringing the first franchise to Utah.
Okay,
It is based in California though, so it's very exciting times.
that's awesome.
Very busy and stressful, but exciting times.
That's awesome. So y'all go tap in with her. Okay. All right, hold up. We're gonna be right back. Astrology stuff is cool. So
It is.
how you feeling about your reading so far?
Um, it's on point. Everything you're saying is like very accurate. That's why I started laughing with like I'm the fire breathing dragon pretty much. Like and being a Gemini, my mood can shift instantly, which kind of sucks sometimes, but I notice as I've gotten older, I'm learning how to control that a little bit better.
Hmm.
But yeah, everything you're saying is spot on. So pretty impressive.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so boom, we're gonna go into Uranus next. So Uranus is
Sorry, it's like that
right.
kid in me again.
I'm crying.
Had to laugh.
I caught
Gotta
it
get it
through. I
out.
caught it through. I tried not to do it.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. So Uranus.
Mhm.
That's a horrible name. Okay. So this rules sudden changes, tensions, innovations, dividation, knowledge, and news. So you have this also in Capricorn. So some more earth in there to keep us grounded.
Okay.
So that's good because that means new information, new changes. You actually even know. So
Hmm.
this is a great balance for you being so Gemini and no.
I had a phone call coming in and I tried clicking end for them and then it ended you though. I was like, no.
It's
Stupid
okay.
phones.
It's okay. Okay, we're
You'll have
back.
to edit that.
We can edit that out. It's okay. Cause on here I got the little pause, so I had paused it, so they probably don't know you hung up on me. It's okay.
It was accident, I promise.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Can we do the sand over there, not the big ones though?
Um, you'll have a need a bath again.
That's fine.
Okay, go play in the sand dunes.
Not the sand dunes. Y'all got a little
That's
sandbox?
what I call 'em. No, we have this because they're building a house across the way. Let me show you real quick.
Oh snap.
I can't zoom in on it, but I don't know if you can see
That's kind
out
of
there.
cool.
All
They need to
the
turn that
kids
into
love
like a
playing in
bike
them.
type, the bike park. It looks like when people do the RVs and they
Oh
like ride the
yeah, oh yeah.
RCs and stuff. Like it
And
like
the kids,
ramp.
and we have like tons of rocks over there. The kids love playing in them. That's why.
Mm. And I'll probably turn them off
Okay.
after this. Okay. So next we have um
Hmm.
Neptune in Capricorn. So like I said, so that's basically like new ideas and stuff. That's what I was saying.
Hmm.
So new ideas and stuff. This is great for Gemini. Um
Okay.
and Venus in Cancer because you could fall in love with people that don't love you based off of like things they're dangling in front of you. The only thing about Cancer, they're so
Mm.
loving. Like if they just get like, all you gotta do is give them like a little shoulder hug. Sometimes they're like in love.
Yes.
Like you gotta like Cancers be like real lovers. They're real lover girls. But since you have this alignment, that kind of counteracts you from just being maybe a little ditzy. And when you were younger, you probably still
Mm.
still going through it a little
I
bit.
have my moments.
Yeah, but it's
I got my
okay. You're just
moments.
a girl. It's all right. As long as you came back. So
Amen.
right. So this is like I said, Uranus in Capricorn would be
Hmm.
probably a big oh, and no, this Neptune. Okay, so they're the same
Neptune. Okay.
thing. They both balance out the same energies. They're both like they're far planets, but they're deep
Hmm.
inside of us. Pause. But it's Uranus and Neptune. All right.
Hmm.
So both Capricorn. So Uranus is sudden
Hmm.
changes, tensions, innovations, dividation, knowledge, and news. So when you mix this with a Capricorn, the energy is like, okay, new information. I gotta process it. I have to sit
Mm.
and juggle that in my mind. Like, but once I get it,
Yeah.
okay, cool. I'll invite it into my knowledge because
Yep.
because and then with that moon and Leo, it's a pride in what you believe, right? So y'all take pride in what you like. If your favorite color
Yeah.
is pink or green or whatever. I forgot. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. Okay, so your favorite color is blue. All red people can get it. Low key, like like you banging for blue. Like blue is what you.
Yeah.
That's you. That's my favorite color. So okay, that's your favorite color, and it's more so like if people are trying to enforce something on you. Like it's like no, I like what I
Mm.
like, and they have to really
Yep.
have something there for
They
you to
really got to
change your
persuade
mind.
me.
Like because once you say this is
Yes.
what you like, or this is what you believe, or this is what you're standing
Yes.
for, you're standing on that. You know.
Hundred
Um,
percent.
so,
100%.
so that's good. And that probably keep you from, you're probably a pretty loyal person too when it comes to relationships as well. Uh,
Yeah, been with my man for 8 years.
that's
Hey,
beautiful. Talk your shit. That's
almost
great.
9.
That's great. And then boom, the next one is Neptune. So Neptune is idealism, creativity, illusion, psychic energy, and the occult. So that is also in Capricorn. So that means you
Okay.
are deep. You deep as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You be peeping everything. But that's why you're not really going for nothing. That's why you're not like it's not easy to sway you because it's like, no, girl,
Yeah.
I done already thought of all that shit you talking about 10 years ago. Like you know what I'm saying? Nothing new to me. So it's really hard to sway you. And you also are
Yeah.
very in tune, like you be in tune, like little psychic shit. You probably done seen the future a couple times,
Hmm.
prevented it and came back to the past and did some you know what I'm saying, Star Wars type shit
Yeah.
because there's that energy that you in, and then like I said, Capricorn is mastery. Gem-
Hmm.
Capricorn is mastery, Loki personified. Gemini is mastery, um, exercised. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So like it can almost so you can imagine that like the Geminis, I'm the fighter, I'm fighting for mastery. Capricorn is
Hmm.
Loki, the embodiment of what that mastery means, or what's that mastery
Hmm.
supposed to act out in a form.
Hmm.
LeBron's a freaking Capricorn. So he's like, I always use his life like when I think about Capricorns. Oda, my favorite writer, the creator of One Piece, is a Capricorn. Like Capricorns are fucking awesome. Like usually Capricorns like are masterful people.
My youngest is a Capricorn.
Oh yeah, look out for her then.
Well,
She's gonna probably fuck some shit up. Like in a good way.
she already does. She's only 3 and she already does.
Yeah, in a good way. She's probably gonna be a badass.
Yep.
Um
We'll
what
have to do it with my kids
what
another
what's
time
your
for
what's your
sure.
other daughters?
She's a Taurus.
Wow. They're gonna
Yes.
take the business. This is low key on some prophesizing. They're gonna take y'all business to the next level. Like they're
That's
gonna do
awesome. I love
some.
that.
Y'all gonna be some billionaires with them as your kids for real.
I always say they will. That's what I always say is that our kids will take over our
hmm
businesses and probably
Y'all
skyrocket
lay
it
that
even further than
foundation
we
for
ever
them.
did.
Taurus and Capricorn, those
Mm-hmm.
like some of the richest signs in Libra. Like those are like,
Mm.
and then that's only thing though. They gonna be they're like it's intense. It like we talk about that later when we get because I gotta look at the rest of their cosmology because
Oh
y'all
heck
both
yeah.
you being a Leo, I mean your husband being a Leo Gemini, that's like they're balancing y'all. They're that's so sweet. They're actually perfect for y'all because that's like Earth. Both of y'all
Oh.
need that grounding. So you had two little Earth signs to ground y'all. That's cute because he's fire and you air, so that's just a fucking rage a tornado low key. Y'all probably used to be fucking shit up.
Only in the bedroom.
Yeah,
Cute. Only in the
yeah, the
bedroom.
good way, the good way. Yeah, I'm seeing it. Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. Those are my favorite signs too. Like Gemini's love me, and I always like Leos because me being a Libra,
Mhm.
I balance
Mhm.
out people. So like whatever energy
Mhm.
somebody else has, I usually just kind of balance it. And
Mm.
all my people, my mom's a Libra, my stepdad's a Libra, my best friend's a Libra, my granddad's a Libra, my auntie's a
Oh
Libra.
wow.
I got like a lot of Libras
Jeez.
in my life.
What?
But I love Leos though. Like I got two best friends that are Leos, and my little sister's a Leo. So I
Oh.
like Leos. Because it's just good energy. Like nobody likes just Tauruses can be boring by themselves. That's what I was trying to say and not say it. Tauruses and Capricorns can kind of be boring sometimes because they're so just like at peace and like chill. It's just
Mm.
like sometimes, but
Yeah.
y'all being those loud energies, that's probably it's a good balance. Because as they get
Oh hell
older,
yeah.
they'll probably be like more serious than y'all. Like, mom, calm
I can
down.
see it.
Like, you know.
I can see it.
At
Mhm.
the
Especially
softball
my
games and
oldest
stuff.
too.
I can see that. That's funny. Okay. All right, this is cool. All right. Okay, boom. So next up, this is gonna be fun. So your Pluto is in you have Pluto in Scorpio. So it's exhausted in Scorpio. Pluto is
Okay.
all the dark, nasty shit of the world, but it's also the good things. It's death, the rebirth, and Let me read the actual. I know Pluto. Rebirth, transformation, sex, spirituality, evolution, and extremities. So
Mm.
you ain't lying. You me, I'll be getting freaky. I'll be getting freaky in the bedroom. But you know what I'm saying? But with you and your wisdom and you being kind of like, in your higher self now, what they would call it,
Mm-hmm.
is kind of like your higher octave Gemini. The young Gemini might have, been on some fuckery. But now that we're in a higher octave Gemini, it's
Mm-hmm.
like is that deep intimacy, like, sacred. You might get a little
Yeah.
jealous, you're protective, like, because you naturally kind of
Mm-hmm.
you naturally, because you're so smart, you know how to go straight to the dark shit, like the darkest shit, like you be low-key thinking about all the
Yep.
dark ass shit, and then it's like
It's
I'm
horrible
constantly in
sometimes.
that
Yep.
darkness sometimes, so I have to
Yep.
constantly get back to the light, because
Yes.
like
Yes.
Scorpio rules over all those dark things, so you
Mm.
having an exaltation in that. It's just kind of like you go there, but it's all about coming back and alchemizing. Like, okay, that's my worst fear. That's not going to happen because I'm
Yes.
protected. We got my business straight. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So then you can reflect on all the positive shit. But you being a
Mm-hmm.
Gemini, it's gonna always be a teeter. And that's
Yep.
where meditation and staying busy, good habits. That's when
Mm.
all that stuff comes in. All right.
That's so true.
Yeah, and then that I see why that one astrology lady said this might be your final lifetime, because honestly, it's low key a lot of perfection in this chart, like
Mm.
in the way the story is even unfolding of all the shit. Okay, ascendants. Your North Node is in Pisces. So Pisces is what you're supposed to be. So, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, Pisces is the highest. Like, so it's 12 zodiac signs. It's the final. It's the last
Yes.
zodiac. So it's like the granddaddy sign, you can say. Um, so Pisces is a two fish circling in the
Yes.
pond. So it's the black and white fish,
Yeah.
and it's the yin and yang. So it's just the energy of
Mhm.
duality, but it also can kind of be like an extremity because it's Pisces. So it's almost like Libras are balancing, but usually we be real neutral. But with that
Mm.
Pisces, they gonna take it there. Pisces gonna take it there both ways, and all the most loving and the most hateful at the same time. Like
Oh.
the extreme. But typically they still keep a good balance. Like I said, it's
Mm.
like, the grandfather sign. That sign holds all the signs in it. Um so that's what you're evolving to. So you're evolving to a complete and whole person that has mastered her darkness and mastered her light.
Mm.
So
Shit.
that is your life's purpose, to become complete and whole. And I am complete. Not like, but not for real.
Okay, GKC.
Yes, but yeah, for real.
Oh wow.
So that is
No, that
that's your thing.
the nailed every single one that you said. I'm pretty impressed. Pretty shocked and impressed. Yeah, wow. The darkness, it's funny because you said like about the darkness with Pluto, and I actually struggled with that last night. Last night I kind of went into a spiral, and I could not shut my brain off, and it was such a nightmare. And I had to like switch my brain thoughts of like try to get positive, but sometimes when my mind goes into such a dark hole that it's very difficult to get out of it. And then all night I was tossing and turning. I think I only got maybe 5 hours of sleep, if that. It was rough.
Yeah, girl, I've been getting like too. So sometimes you got to go crazy so you can get sane again. And then
Eh,
you got one
Ain't
more.
that
You
the
got your
truth?
ascendant is also in Scorpio of your main
A
planet.
what?
Your ascendant. So that would be, some people
What's
call it
that?
your rising. So that is a faith
Hmm.
that you naturally have. It's your natural. So when somebody first meets you, this is your energy, right? So it's quite diabolical. My ascendant is also in Scorpio. so
So what does that mean for
so
me?
what that means is you naturally are inclined to go negative first. Like you you have an automatic. tendency to go negative, then you'll go from
Mm.
negative. So you digest shit from negative to positive versus positive to negative.
Yep.
So like,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's kind of fucked up sometimes, but it's one of those things that you
Yeah.
gotta alchemize.
100%.
You just gotta learn to alchemize that. But it's effective. It's logical low key because my moon's in Virgo,
Mm.
so it's logical low key
I'm
because
taking off because
it's almost
it's
like
getting away.
Sorry, my little one.
it's
But yes.
logical, but it's all about that control and mastery of self, and like learning how
Mm.
to choose positive thoughts rather than negative.
Mm.
Because
Okay.
like I said, we always go to the dark first. And
Yeah.
that's how I read too because of my Scorpio ascendant. Because it's almost like you gotta kind of go low key,
Mm.
see the darkness, and then I can really be grateful for the light. Like I can go into
Yes.
those places of like, oh my god, this is so fucked up. Like
Yeah.
all these crazy dark thoughts, and then it's like, okay, no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. God is good. Look how far I've made it. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, whew.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I can be human again. And then it's hard to kind of be in those
Mm-hmm.
those negative thought patterns. But like I said, that's literally just Scorpio ascendant. Like I said, because they deal with the nature of rebirth constantly. That's kind of like a part of their spiral. But rebirth is your children. Rebirth is beautiful. Death is beautiful. Like you have to really get comfortable with that. And that's going to make you very different if you get good at that because you'll be able to take the darkest shit and make it light. You know what I'm saying? Take the hardest shit and make it seem light, you know almost like that's why I enjoyed that one
Mm-hmm.
exercise we did with GKC where we had to tell our story but from different perspectives. Like you had to tell your story but from like a goofy,
Yeah.
like in a different language as a cat or whatever.
Yes.
Like that exercise was
Yeah.
deep
Oh
because
yeah.
you know it's like that
It was
Scorpio
crazy.
ascendant. Yeah, it teaches you how to like take your story. Yeah, that was fucked up, but like look at me now. Like I'm still here. I still have so much to be grateful for. Like let's not just be in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mom, it's bleeding them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
No, it nails it on every single point.
yeah. And then on the other side of it, we seem very sexual people. Like a lot of people get like aroused or turned on by us, or like they might even think we're flirting initially, but that's just kind of
Yeah.
like art
But we're
because that
not.
Scorpio, like even everybody's like, oh, you're a Scorpio, ooh, that means you a freak or whatever. It's not necessarily that Scorpios freaks. It's just that like we're
Mm-hmm.
thinking about sex because duh, that's how we got here. Duh. Like I see those titties, like duh. Like I see, what I'm saying? We're just kind of in that space, like a lot more than some people. But I think it's whatever. We just have to master that energy, and it's like it's okay. We
Mm-hmm.
all have sex, but like it's
Yep.
not to make it weird. It's to be like in a place of like
Yeah.
make it pure. It doesn't have to be this weird
Yes.
abstract thing. Like how can I purify my lady in red? How can I purify my expression because that's just you being a Gemini
Mm-hmm.
expressing. Yes, I'm sexy, like duh. Like you can be in a space of just experiencing that version of yourself and then not having to feel bad for that.
Mommy, it's bleeding.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being sexy. It's just, but it's all about
Yes.
controlling those Capricorn Taurus energies. How do I control and balance and ground all this sex appeal I was
Mm-hmm.
given, all this sexy I got inside of me? How do I, and then on the dark side, all this negative, all this dark thoughts I'm having, all these super deep,
Mm.
intense as like doomsday thoughts that I'm having. Why do I keep having these crazy, like what she was probably in last night, maybe even dreading
Yeah.
this moment partially because you get to
I'm
see your spirit
scared.
a little bit.
You have
It's
to
like,
get my
okay, I'm
dog
dreading
Mm.
these
back.
things, but it's just life. It's okay. Like, it's okay. Like it's not. It's like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy, but I'm literally I'm telling that story. I'm literally telling
Yeah.
myself that story right now
You want
because I'm allowing
daughter.
myself to keep thinking of all the negative shit. And now I have an addiction to
Daughter.
these negative thoughts
Daughter.
because I think
Mhm.
for me, especially because I have a Virgo moon, and Virgos are kind of, we're Earth signs too, but we can be on that kind of negative side. It's almost like it's a game that we play. Like, how can I think myself into
Mm.
these dark spaces just so I can climb out? And we have to be careful and know
Yeah.
that we're human. Because I think our spirits sometimes, like, we are literally creating this chaos in our
Some in
world,
my shirt.
you
Oops.
know,
Yeah.
and
Some.
we have control. We have to remember that, oh, I can actually, like, I don't have to do this. Like, I don't have to go through these things. I'm literally putting myself through this right now based off of
Mhm.
who I'm being, you know? I don't
Yeah.
have to go through all this crazy stuff. I can just stop thinking these thoughts. But like, it's almost like we're addicted to
Mhm.
like the negative.
I
Or
keep
what if
going.
this, or what if that,
Yeah.
or but oh, this could happen. But hey, take
Yes.
control. You
You go
have
so deep
control.
in it.
Yeah, like you have
Yeah.
control. Like, let's
Yeah.
think of better thoughts. Like, we don't have to go down that
Mhm.
spiral anymore. You know?
Yeah. 100%. I agree. That's been something I've been training my mind to do for the last 10 years, I'd say. It's
Mm,
not the easiest thing because sometimes I can get stuck in that mindset, but
mm,
I sometimes I can get out of it easier than others, though. That's for sure.
yeah.
But I need to practice meditation again because I feel like meditation could help bring me forward so much more.
Nah, for sure.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. My bad. I had
We're turning.
fixed my thing.
But so you recorded it so I can listen over it
Yeah.
again?
hmm
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so I could see.
So let me see.
Okay.
So,
So I know you had me go to the birth one. There's like composite, relocation, solar return, lunar return. Um, Obviously I don't know what any of those mean,
mm.
but it's intriguing to
Okay.
dig
So
deeper and see what that's about.
you would want to do is just like I said, even I've been doing astrology for 20 years almost now, or 15 years now, and I still
Mm-hmm.
don't you can go to current planets. So if you look at it, you see you have your birth and then you have your
Okay.
current planets. So if you look at like your current
Okay.
planets, I'm actually a
Let me
Gemini
get
right
back
now. That's probably why I'm talking so much.
to
I'm a Gemini, Capricorn, Mercury, Cancer, Venus and
And
Taurus,
that's from the start
Mars and Leo.
working down, right?
Um
Like Sun, Moon, Mercury,
let me let me
Venus,
let me let
Mars
me
is
share
what you
my
were saying.
screen. Let me share my screen right quick
Okay.
so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, can you see my
Yeah,
screen?
let me see yours.
She said,
Yes,
let me see
okay.
yours. All right, so these are my
I'm
current
in
planets.
Gemini too.
Yeah, that's lit. So because Gemini also rules communication. So like um
Mm.
so yeah, we're doing all this communication. My moon being a Capricorn, I'm mastering my emotions and stuff. Um, this is how you see this big spiral right here. These are the actual like
Yes.
the way the light is
Amazing.
refracting, and you are the center. So this is how the
Huh.
light is refracting in the universe right now. For
It's crazy.
on me, yeah. And then you can see yours. Hold up.
Oh,
These are
cool.
like conjunctions and all kinds of stuff. Like this stuff gets deep. I got homies that go deep into that, but I'm good where I'm at. My little 1 2 that I
Yeah.
got is all I need to digest right now currently.
You could probably go so deep into this. It's not even crazy. Like, it's
Nah, yeah,
crazy.
I knew one girl. She was like, "Yeah, I can tell you how you're gonna die." I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Appreciate it. No,
And
thanks.
and that's why I think some people also be like, stay away from that. That's like witchcraft, or that's dark. And I get it, but it's all about how you use it. For me, like I said,
Exactly.
I started doing astrology when I was like 11. Well, no, I was like maybe like
Mm.
13. When I got heavy into it, maybe like 14, like 13, 14. After my dad
Mm.
passed, I got into it like deep
Mm.
because I was trying to understand myself. And then even
Aw.
beyond being that, I'm a Libra Virgo. So Libra is naturally this is my chart. If you want to check me out, I don't know if I want everybody seeing my chart right now on the internet.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys.
Nobody needs to see
Yeah, that's
yours.
all they can
You
see.
good.
I love this part of me right here. It's so sexy. Because
Mhm.
I'm a Libra Sun, Virgo Moon, Libra Mercury, Venus
Mhm.
Virgo, Mars Leo. So not to go too deep in mind, just the simple part
Mhm.
is just like me being a Libra, I'm a people's person, but me being a Virgo, Virgos are deeply emotional.
Mhm.
It's the virgin, meaning like
Mhm.
purity, innocence, loving. And it's kind of like for me, I never liked when people didn't understand me because I love being understood
Mhm.
and I love understanding people
Mhm.
and I love people,
Oh.
deeply. So like anytime I would get in misunderstandings, it just would put me in like a kind of like I guess a whirlpool, kind of like you was talking about last night. So
Mhm.
when I got a hold of this at 13, going through all the shit I was going through, I was like, oh shit, this is cool as hell.
Yeah.
Like, and it just helped me. It just helped me understand myself and, go through,
Oh.
my traumas effectively.
No, it's beautiful. I definitely would love to do my daughters to understand them. They're young, so they wouldn't have like probably something full in depth yet, but they would have a birth one and
I
a
did
few
my
other ones.
nieces.
And
I did my nieces when she was like, I think maybe like 9 or 10. And she and like, kids are so cute. She was just like, yeah, that's me. And like and I did it with my sister, and she was like, "Jay, but you never said." Woo." She was like, "Yeah, but yeah." Like she's real sweet. She's like, "Yeah." She's a Leo. I think she's like a Leo, Cancer, Taurus,
mm,
like her primary. But I know she's like a Leo, Cancer is her mains. So she's real.
I just want to know my kids so I know how to navigate them, you
Right.
know?
We can do that. Like I said, I do it for couples too. So if you and Pierre want to get one together, like the couple ones are always super fun. Cause it's like, y'all are like getting naked spiritually together and we're like talking about it. Like so
The
it's like
clothes got to
fun.
stay on, crew.
Right. Like just spiritually. Not actual clothes. Just your metaphysical attire. Like, oh shit. Yes, I do act like
It's
this.
funny.
Cause we can go deep
Mhm.
into it. But I want to show you this too. So only thing you'll need when you go
Yes.
on the app is so
Hmm.
you'll go you can go into like all these kind of things.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for a lot of that stuff though.
Understood.
But the main thing you need is your birth chart and my number. Just hit me up if you got questions, or literally, like I said, you can just Google these things. I think in here they even
Okay.
show you. Okay,
Oh,
there you
that's
go.
cool.
Yeah, so literally,
Oh, wow.
yeah, this app is fucking goaded. So yeah, literally, you can go
Wow.
here and just like click it. And it'll Mercury in
That's really
Cancer.
cool.
Watch this. Mercury in Cancer. In Cancer, your mind is deeply influenced by emotions, by subconscious patterns. Your thoughts have profound impact on your emotional state and vice versa. This connection allows you to have you
Mm.
see, like this shit gets deep. Like it literally
Yeah,
gives you
I
stones,
see.
all types of stuff. Like
Mm.
it's
Wow.
real. And then
Oh, this is super cool.
so you have your birth chart and your current
Hmm.
plans. If you want to just see what energies you might be
Okay.
in today, like maybe you're crashing out more than normal, maybe your sun is in Leo
Yeah.
today, so it's like, oh, that's
Okay.
why I have that
On the
extra,
chart.
shit going on with me.
Today. Today, Sun is in Gemini, Moon is in Capricorn, Mercury is Cancer,
What the?
and Venus is Taurus.
Hold on. Is that for everybody?
No, yours.
Venus. Oh yeah, mine is the same. You see mine? You see mine? Oh,
Yes,
so
I
that's
see yours.
universal then.
Huh?
So that's universal. That's everybody's planets right now.
Oh,
Could you see my screen?
yes.
What did you say yours was then?
So I have Sun in Gemini, Moon in Capricorn, Mercury in Cancer,
Yeah.
Venus in Taurus, Mars in Leo, Jupiter in Cancer, and
So
so
I
on.
have
Yep.
that too. So that just means
That's just okay.
everything. Well, let me see. What's your ascendant in right now?
What's that? What
Scroll down a little bit and look
what's
for
that one?
ascendant in the current planet.
Um,
It's right up
shit.
under true north.
Let me see where yours would be. Current planets,
Hmm.
ascendant. Okay, let me see if I can find mine. Ascendant is Aquarius.
Okay, yeah. So this is universal for the current planets.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, cool. I mean, it works the same, but I thought it was literally be different for everybody. I guess that doesn't make sense. We're on Earth together, but but yeah. So that's the current planets for everybody. Cool.
This
Maybe
is
the
perfect.
the
Awesome.
atmosphere. Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun.
Okay. So
Okay.
these are your houses. So your first house is appearance. Our personality is your I am awareness, and I think, I nurture, I serve, I calculate, I explore, all the way to I dream on your 12th house.
Okay.
So during the
Hmm.
houses
Can you
reading,
send me a picture of that?
just go to Google and Google zodiac house meanings, and
Zodiac house meeting. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
If my
That's a yeah.
worst fear
See.
happened, how can I still overcome it? Like, it's almost like we're constantly in a state of like, it's probably why we're on edge all the time. It's like we're in a space of
Mm.
like, bro, like, yes, I'm fucking awesome. Yes, I'm beautiful. All these things are happening, but what if my worst fear happened? What if?
My
And
worst fear has happened, and I know exactly how I showed up. So that's interesting that you said that.
did
That's
you
why I'm
did you
like,
win?
hmm.
Did you beat the battle? Did you win the battle?
I did, but the I beat the battle, but the war destroyed me for sure.
But you keep fighting, girl. You still here looking beautiful, popping your
Yes.
shit, doing awesome things in global kinship, fucking being a badass mom. You got like hammy shares that are floating and stuff, and you're just fucking beautiful. And you know you're awesome. Like, even with your worst fear happening, it's like, and that's the true
Mm,
power of Scorpio. That's why it's good to have Scorpio friends.
mm,
Scorpio lovers. I'm one of my love of my life so far has been a Scorpio. Awesome
no.
amazing person, because she actually, she'll be mad if I share, but she actually won the meanest person at our college I met her in college, in our college boot camp. She won the meanest person in
Mhm.
boot camp, and she is a crybaby. She cried for like 3 days about that.
Oh,
Like, such a sweetheart,
aw.
because it's almost like Scorpio is like, they sometimes it's hard for Scorpio to show up as their fullest authentic self, because they're always
Mm,
putting their own self-projected negative thoughts on the people around them.
mm,
So we might be looking good as fuck, but all we can think about is, are they looking at my little chunk on my stomach? Are they looking at are they looking at you? No,
mm.
we're constantly thinking like, are they looking at our flaws though?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
we're allowing
Wow.
other people to perceive us from that space, because we are perceiving us from that space. So once we be like, oh,
Mm,
people love me, people actually love
yeah.
me, and they see all of my beauty, that's when
Yeah.
you can fully embrace I am. Damn.
Oh, I love that.
It's like
Okay.
you have to like stop, like, yes, like, okay, it's effective to know who's hating on you and who, yeah, oh fuck. All right, we got disconnected, guys, but amazing session. I really enjoyed that one. What is all this stuff away? I really enjoyed that one. Hope y'all did too. I'll see y'all next time. Peace, love, and light. Y'all stay astrology and prayed up.